Tonight's top story, the future of Fargo's growth. Good evening and welcome to 630 Point of View. I'm Chris Berg. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, as Fargo continues to grow in size and population, a very important conversation is taking place. Should Fargo continue to sprawl south, or is it time to start growing up rather than out? Recently, a poll was taken asking you, how far south do you think Fargo should limit growth in the next 10 years? 39% of you said Fargo should stay north of 76th Avenue South, and 33% of you said, hey, we might as well just annex Wapaton. No, you said Fargo should stay north of 100th Avenue. That was like another country when I was growing up here. Also, our mayor recently said, and I quote, we are at a point where we are going to have a thoughtful discussion about how much farther south we are going to go. So that's what we're going to do tonight with a couple of great Fargo City Commissioners, Mike Williams, Dave Pepcorn. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So, as I just mentioned, I grew up here a while ago. 100th Avenue South was a whole other country when I grew up here. Why is now, and Mike, I'll start with you, why is now the right time to start this thoughtful conversation, as Mayor Mahoney said?
Well, we've had a thoughtful conversation for quite a few years, and I think it's just becoming more obvious every year. Our land footprint has, it's 33% bigger, and our population hasn't grown. Our land use has grown faster than our population. So we know that it's going to be a while before we can protect all that we have. Our common goal is to protect what we have as we, grow the diversion process. So the idea here is we've got 3.6 people per acre right now. We used to have 10 people per acre. That's the neighborhoods that we're in right now, is 10 people per acre, the traditional neighborhoods. So we can do more of that. There's some areas that are underdeveloped and undeveloped that we can fill in, and they have existing infrastructure, but we have to protect that southern boundary in particular. We can get certified between north of 94, and that's what we're working on right now.
So you and I talked about this obviously offline as well, but I want to give you both a chance to comment on this. As I said before, growing up here, I'd cross over the interstate, and within a couple blocks, I could be four-wheeling with buddies, no problem. I kind of like to be able to get out, walk around, go to a supermarket, hang out. Why have we continued to grow so far south?
Well, part of it was reasonable. The land costs were a lot lower in the south, but and I totally agree. The downtown, though, is booming, and we want to continue that. And Mike's point is very true. We've already got the streets paid for, the infrastructure, so that is good. But I do think that we also want to keep growing out too. Obviously, you want to grow well, but to limit it, that would be concerning to me.
So if you were going to draw a red line, where would that be? Would it be 64, 70?
I wouldn't draw a red line. Mike would draw a red line, I think, but I think we want to. You don't want to grow too fast, but we're going to be booming. Our population is going to be continuing to grow, and so you have to keep growing. I do think you don't want to go too fast.
But why not continue to grow up? And I guess it's, to me, whenever I look at government, I go, gosh, it's so hard to get economies of scale out of government. At least this gives me a little bit of hope that maybe there's a chance to do this.
Well, no, I don't want to, but I do agree with the downtown. We do have more dense housing, and there's a lot of potential to infill a lot of those places. So, and that's part of us. We need to get some good programs to encourage that.
Yep. And, you think about it, we have 50 sections of land now, so that's 32,000 acres. Just by adding one person per acre, we can surpass our projected population growth by 2035. So 32,000 more people, we have room, plenty of room, just one person per acre. We used to have 10 people per acre in our traditional neighborhoods. We still do. It's those areas that are sparsely developed that we can add some more
But if
people.
you're saying we have plenty of room, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you said, hey, we should cut this off at around 64th Avenue,
well,
correct?
and I'm cut it off. I'm saying protect it. We got to put our protection, our line of protection up, because we have to have real protection, whether it's certified or not. We don't want to be sandbagging anymore. So that's why we're doing all the work along the riverfront. And I think that we can have real protection on the southern end, focus on the infill, and during this 8 to 10 years that it takes for diversion, then we can move that boundary if we need to. But I don't think we're going to have to.
How did you just come with the 8 to 10 year thing? I'm thinking more like 80 to 100.
Okay, then let's protect what we have. Right.
Let's talk about, because you've mentioned some incentives to get people, obviously, for the infill situation, obviously induce that. Well, from both of you, and I'll start with you, Mike, what are some incentives you'd like to see
Actually,
happen?
some are what I would take away. So like for new developments in areas that really isn't the most efficient for delivery, They'd maybe have to pay for their own infrastructure financing instead of the city. 2-year tax exemptions for houses could be targeted like they used to be, instead of just across the board, no matter where they are, whether they make sense or not. And then don't expand your footprint at all. So number one is leave your footprint alone. Number two is incentivize for infrastructure where it makes sense, where you have existing infrastructure, and 2-year tax exemption target those houses.
Another thing that you could do in the downtown, we have a lot of just parking lots that could be infill, and they pay very low property tax rates. And so we're kind of looking into what are some options we can give them incentive to develop those areas that are within the downtown. And so,
but then don't we need the downtown parking?
Absolutely, but you can condense it. That's what we're going to build, a couple of more parking ramps. But that's parking. I mean,
and that's what scares me, though, is you said we, not because you mean the city, right? Is going to build these parking ramps?
Oh, in a partnership. I think we're not going to. It isn't just going to be the taxpayers. The large employers that want to come downtown, they want to have parking, and they're willing to pay for it.
The way that the parking works is the people that use it pay for it. So the city funds it, bonds it, but then that's paid back by the people that use it. So that's what we do with our pro formas. So the idea is to put some structured parking on these existing low-value flat lots, add a lot of value by having mixed use on there. So the sidewalks have retail on them, commercial, you have some residents. So the idea is you give people the views and you accommodate the cars behind. So that's what we learned on our bus tours, is how to add value to these parking.
Is there any possibility you're going to say, hey, no more building past 76th Avenue, South Fargo, or you're just going to sort of let the market play as it goes? And
I would say it would be extremely unlikely that we would say no more building, but by targeting things, I would say that's a possibility. That's something like that, where we could promote developing where we've already got available instead of growing. That's one way.
Right. You know, I had a newspaper route when I was a kid, and I know I always liked having more people in a smaller area.
I was just going to say,
Instead of having to walk 10 miles to deliver 100 papers, you could walk around the block. That's the same idea, is you want to be able to deliver city services efficiently.
To both of you, thank you very much. I mean, obviously the great news, it's a great problem to have. So I appreciate you guys taking the time.
Can I just give one quick compliment? So we had to move the downtown fire station, and so Mike and Chief Dirksen and Bruce Grubber, interim city administrator, we're going to use the Centennial Hall for the temporary spot, so we don't have to build or rent a new spot. So temporarily they're going to be there. That's a great thing. Save
well
the taxpayers
done.
money.
And these guys got some money back from the whole Oxbow saga, I guess is a nice way to say that was taking place.
$8.5 million.
Can I get a fist bump on that from you guys? Thank you very much. Wait till you hear this. I don't want to ruin your guys' night, but apparently coming up later in the show, there's a new report now that says that bacon causes cancer. That's what I'm saying. Are you kidding me?
I'm doomed.
We're going to have the NDSU Associate Head of Animal Sciences Department. He's going to join us to really tell you the truth about eating bacon and red meat. Holy mackerels, what's this world coming to? Also, coming up next, big vote for the city of Moorhead 1 week from today. It's about education. Moorhead Superintendent Lynn Kovash and MSUM President Ann Blackhurst join us to discuss right after this.